Hello, it's Leigh and it's Margarete Miller time again. So the prompts for week 16 is something with a spine. So I've got a couple of things here. Got a fish stamped on a piece of paper that I have monogamied. I've just been trying some different ways of doing it, comparing oil to like lotion to see what makes a difference. Oh, which one's better, I should say. And I've got a box of hook spines here, bits and pieces. So I'm not sure what I will use. I might even use them both. And made from wood or wood grain. I was cutting some papers out of Daphne's diary, and when I cut my picture out, I was left with some wood grain pieces. So I got that. An illustration also from Daphne's diary, where she has the cooking bits and pieces. There's always this these little drawings of kitchen tools and things there, so that's also been monogamied. A bit of purple, so I've got this piece of belly band type stuff, cluster strip, whatever you want to call it, that I made, I can't remember, might have been during Junk Journal January. So that's been sitting in my box of tricks waiting to be used. So a business card. I have a pile of business cards, really old ones that I went through, and I picked out some that I think I could use. This is actually a real estate one, but it's got some wood on it. It's got surfboards on it. And then I've also got this one, which I quite like, this bit in here. The front's not too bad. Yeah, I've got my glue. I'll probably break out some stencils or inks or something, but I just want to cover this page with something here. And going down the monogami path, because I'm going to make another video about that, something that was a little bit less elaborate than the one I did before. So I've got some pieces here and I would like to stick them down. This is just the piece of paper that I stamped off, cleaned my stamps off on when I was doing, what was it? Something to do with Rachel's challenge, Roxy's weekly challenge. So, might have been the tags, I think. So, I didn't mean, yeah, oh well. I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to glue it down the other way, but it's going that way now. I really can't be bothered changing it. So this time I'll put the glue on the right side of the paper. So this is just going to be my background. Just something to strengthen this page up too, because this paper is not very strong. So I might cover over a bit of that stamping, because I didn't really want it there in the first place. And I've got another piece of this here, so I could put that there, I guess. Maybe that way. Sorry about the traffic noises. Perhaps like that. Like that, that's interesting. So I hope you're all doing well. Had a good Easter. And if you got some time off work, if you're still working, or if you are working I should say, that you had a nice relaxing time or spent it with your family, catching up. Ours was pretty quiet, apart from our drive down to Brisbane, which I whinged about in my previous video, so I won't say anything more about that. Okay, so it's not looking too bad. I do have some other pieces over here. They're not plain. They're pieces of Daphne's diary that I've been playing around with. I want to keep this quite neutral if I can. What have I got? Nothing really neutral there. But I do have some brown paper. Maybe I can put a couple pieces of that in. Maybe a piece there. Just trying to keep everything a little bit balanced. just watching the sun creeping over my table. It's that time of year where the afternoon sun is a bit lower in the sky, and it's coming in the window where it never used to. Doesn't really, it's, you know, not the ideal thing for when you're trying to film a video, but never mind, could be any worse than the noise of the traffic. Okay, yeah, I feel like I actually have something else in there. I want to keep to the wrinkly theme of things, so I do have this piece here, which is different. Do I want to use that, or do I want to use another piece of that? So I've got this piece. Actually, I might tear some of this off. Okay, so I'll put that there, and then I still need something else, don't I? Cover that little piece in. So let me think about how this is going to go. So that could go across there. I've got my wood grain. Maybe I should just fill this in with a bit of the wood grain. So if I tear that edge, and crumple it up so it looks a little bit like it's been mommagamied. Happy with that. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking of doing, is putting this business card as the base, putting that piece of wood grain there, and then this there, and then my bit of purple over the top here, and then I'm going to put my fish here. And when I was looking through my bits and bobs, I found a needle already threaded with some jute, and I would like to put some stitches in that, just for the heck of it. So I thought, rather than glue that together, I would use my little stapler and put some staples in it. So, sorry fishy, getting the staple. Okay, and I won't use any glue on that. So everything's just going to be stapled on there. I think that's enough. I obviously will glue it down onto my page. Now, what I want to do is to mount it on that piece of paper. This is one of the papers that I made in my previous video showing you how to make handmade papers. I think I'll just put some stitches in this before I even do anything else. Might just go around the fish one. This is like a darning needle, so it doesn't have a sharp point on it. So I'm not going to stick myself with it, but it's a bit hard to get through the paper. I could always use the awl and make the holes if it gets too much. Oh, it's not too bad, to be honest. I guess we're not really going through every layer every time I put the needle through, so coming from the back is the heart of it. So I'm using the assistance of the book. Okay. This is going to be quite neutral. The only real colour in it is the purple. I'm just going to tie that. I might shorten that a bit later on. Okay, so now I want to just put a little bit of gesso around on this. Just want to knock this darker paper back a little bit. Not all of it, just some of it. Okay, so that'll do. I'm just going to use tea dye. Got a pink Dauber sponge on that. Should be right. That looks nice actually, with that little bit of pink in there, and with the tea dye. Vintage photo or walnut stain or something around that would be nice. I use walnut stain. A few bits here and there. Yes, I think this bit of twine is going. Makes the wood grain here look a little bit more woody too, with that bit of ink on it. Okay, so that would be, which way? That way, or that way, or that way. I like that way actually. Do you know why? Because it looks like the fish is blowing bubbles. So I'll do it that way. Okay, do some words or faded text, whatever it's called. And then I've got Mildred, the mildew stamp here, so pop a little bit of that in there at some point. So I don't want too much ink on my stamp. I'll try that. Is it the right way? Yes. You can't even see that because I'm stamping it onto wrinkly paper. So I do need to put some more ink on. Yeah, I won't try and go over that. I'll leave it as it is, but I'll put some here. That's a bit better. It's more the effect that I wanted. So a little bit up here. And then a little bit on here. Okay. This paint is starting to dry up. I must have left it with the lid not on properly. And maybe just a little smudge here and there. Oh, it looks nice because that paper's been mamagamied. The creases are picking up the paint. That looks awesome. Love that. I wasn't expecting that, but I should have known it would happen that way. And up here maybe. Just a little. Looks like spider webs. Okay, oops. I'm going to use art glitter glue to get that down with. Don't need to completely cover the bottom of this, the surface here, just around like this. So each part of it's got some glue on it. And that's going to go there. put it down here so that you can see those little circles that look like bubbles, but you can also see that bit of leaf. Gonna trim that off a little bit. What else would I like to do with that? A little bit more of this purple paint. Just a touch here and there. So I'm dry brushing this on, so there's no water in my brush at all. I need like a bit more, something a little bit more prominent. Maybe here. Get a little bit more paint on the brush. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Just a more significant piece, area of purple. Couple of little dots in places. Don't want too much on there. Maybe just right there. Let's see whatever goes on there. Not putting any more ink on that stamp, just using what's still in there. So I'm going to just go around the edge of my ink pad. Just roughly, like that. I don't think that's touching properly, and there we go. I reckon some black would look nice on that. I'm going to get my black watercolour. So I'm just going to sign and date it. So what's today is the 14th here. So I'm just going to write the date up here. And I'll sign it before I put the splatters on. Because this is metallic, it's not very dark. And not in the way like a regular black watercolour is. I think that'll do. I think this needs just a little bit to help lift it off the page. Just a bit of shadow. It's sort of drowning a little bit in there. So this is a watercolor pencil. That looks better, but I still don't like this really dark bit here, so I'm just going to dry brush some more white on that. Actually I might put some stencil on it. Let's find a stencil and dry brush some gesso over that. Ideally you would do this at the beginning, but sometimes you just can't do things at the beginning because they're not apparent to you until you get to the end. If that makes any sense. You don't know that you needed the birds until you finished. I've just gone a little bit further over. So some of them are overlapping. No, I think that's a big improvement. And I believe I'm going to leave it as is. I've got all the elements in there except for the bonus. So something with a spine is the fish, made from wood or wood grain is the paper, here and here. An illustration, it's these things from the Daphne's Diary. Bit of purple, well, that's pretty obvious. And a business card is this one that's tucked in behind there. And I think I'll leave it at that. The only other thing I can think of to do is colour that jute a little bit. You can't really see them. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments what you think. Ask any questions in the comments. I'll get back to you. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed to my channel. Don't forget to check out the hashtag 2023 CWP16 and check out what other people are doing and how they're interpreting the prompts. And I'll see you in my next video. So I'll say cheers from Australia. Hooroo.